Going to call to order the July 25th, 2023 regular meeting of the Town of Wellington's Board of Trustees, the time being 6:30 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gator,
Here.
trustee Daly, trustee Mason,
Here.
trustee Teets,
Here.
trustee Meagan,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem McDonald,
Here.
Mayor Shosse. Thank you. We have a quorum.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any proposed amendments to the agenda? Okay, thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest on agenda items this evening? Okay. Now is the time for public comment on any non-agenda items. Please know that if any person desires to make a statement regarding the Planning Commission decision on June 6, 2023 site plan approval, that this board cannot consider your comments at this time. There is an ongoing appeal of that decision, which will require the Board of Trustees to act in a quasi-judicial role. To ensure that all parties' due process rights are protected, we will not permit any public comment related to that meeting or that decision at this time. There is a set process and we need to abide by the law when the time comes for considering the appeal. We cannot take comments on the topic into account, so please help us get through this meeting without issue. We will now move on to item B1, public comment. Individuals wishing to speak on non-agenda items are asked to sign up at the form provided at the podium. When at the podium, please state your name for the record and you will be limited to 3 minutes during public comment. Any public comment? Okay. We have no consent agenda items this evening. We'll move on to action items. Will the clerk please read the title of item D1, resolution number 26, 2023? Mr. Ethan Muhs.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution number 26, 2023, a resolution of the Town of Wellington, Colorado, in consideration of the continuation of the public hearing for the appeal of the June 6, 2023 Planning Commission site plan decision.
Thank you. Mr. Muhs, would you please present the agenda item?
Certainly. Good evening, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, trustees. I'm Ethan Muhs, the town clerk. It's my pleasure to be presenting this item to you this evening. The town's planning commission approved a site plan on June 6 of 2023 and subsequently received an appeal to that decision on June the 12th. Pursuant to the requirements established by the town's municipal code, the town must accomplish additional coordination and noticing per the code before the appeal can be considered by the Board of Trustees at a public hearing. Both the site plan applicant and the appellant consent to the continuation of this hearing beyond the 45-day window that is specified in the municipal code. This resolution is simply an acknowledgement that the Board of Trustees approves the continuation of that hearing as briefed, and further, it establishes the date and time of that hearing on August the 23rd, 2023 at a special meeting. I'm happy to take any questions you may have for me on this item.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from members of the board? No.
I just wanted to clarify that both parties are aware of the August date and that works for both parties.
Yes, Trustee Gator.
Excellent. Are there any comments from the public on this agenda item? Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve resolution 26-2023, a resolution of the Town of Wellington, Colorado, in consideration of the continuation of the public hearing for the appeal of the June 6, 2023 Planning Commission site plan decision.
Second.
We have a first and we have a second. Are there any final comments or direction from members of the board? Okay, hearing no further comments, will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gator,
Yes.
Trustee Meagan,
Yes.
Trustee Mason,
Yes.
Trustee Teets,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem McDonald.
Yes.
Thank you. The vote is 5-4-0 against. The motion passes and resolution number 26, 2023 passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Give everybody a second to make their way back. Thank you. Will the clerk please read the title of item D2, resolution number 27-2023?
Resolution number 27-2023, a resolution of the town of Wellington, Colorado regarding payment to the North Poudre Irrigation Company pursuant to the town's purchasing policy and 2022 budget.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Meagan Smith, Deputy Public Works Director, will present this item. Ms. Smith.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Good evening. Again, Meagan Smith, Deputy Director of Public Works. You have before you this evening for review and consideration, a resolution granting approval to make partial payment to North Poudre Irrigation Company for our 2022 invoice for water usage via Reservoir 3. That's water that we use to treat and deliver to customers in the town of Wellington. I provided a fair amount of background and information in the packet, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have related to this topic.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smith. Are there any questions or comments from members of the board?
No, just clarifying that we're approving the original budgeted amount for 2022.
The approval request is to approve, what is the final dollar amount? Should be at the bottom. $2,034,243.20.
Perfect.
Just a clarification, I think the packet explained it. The difference between the amount we're approving and the budget amount is all of the assessments that we have to pay because those come out of the same fund, correct?
Yes, for 2022, those budget amounts, those assessments all come from the same fund.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the public on this agenda item? Okay, having no public comment, may I get a motion?
Move that we approve resolution number 27-2023, a resolution of the town of Wellington, Colorado regarding payment to the North Poudre Irrigation Company pursuant to the town's purchasing policy and 2022 budget in the amount of $2,034,243.20.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Gator and Trustee Teets. Are there any final comments or direction from members of the board? Hearing no further comments, will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gator,
Yes.
trustee Teets,
Yes.
trustee Mason,
Yes.
trustee Wiegand,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem McDonald.
Yes.
Thank you. The vote is 5-4-0 against. The motion passes and resolution 27-2023 is approved.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, next we will proceed to reports. The town attorney, Mr. Sapienza, will be unable to provide a report this evening, so we're going to move on. Ms. Garcia, town administrator.
I have a couple things for you tonight. So your next regular meeting will be August 8th. Current agenda items include a presentation on the results of the community survey, a presentation by Larimer County Public Health Director Tom Gonzalez, a resolution for a tank coating contract, several liquor licensing actions, and a report from Larimer County Sheriff's Office. Last Wednesday, after our Board of Trustee meeting on Tuesday, Mr. Don Rhodes from Baker Tilly spent time with leadership and other staff members and getting to know us and start to learn about our operations. We're moving forward in the 2024 budget process, and based on communication from the auditors last week, the 2021 audit should be about completed. I'm looking forward to having Mr. Rhodes' input and expertise starting on August 7th, and one of his first tasks will be to reach out to the auditors to get a full update. I would like to share some exciting news regarding milestones and staff accomplishments for the town. We have 1-year milestones for Paul Whalen in the planning department. Willie Tarango in Public Works is a 1-year milestone, and Joe Lynn in wastewater has a 6-year milestone. So this is not Mr. Tarango's first time being employed by the town of Wellington. He actually resigned in 2021 after working for the town for about 2 years. He realized he missed us and he came back. And since his return, he's been reclassed to an operator 2 with a B water certification which is indicative of his commitment and dedication to Wellington. During Joe Lynn's 6-year tenure, he has earned the wastewater certifications, which have enabled him to apply for and attain the position as the lead operator in that division. Another recognition is Brandon Koldos, who works in distributions and collections and has been reclassed to an operator two. When Brandon started, he had no interest whatsoever in doing anything other being a operator one. So with some encouragement from other staff members, he recently passed his distribution 1 and 2 tests, as well as the collection 1 test with the state of Colorado. He was inspired by his coworkers to learn more, do more, and be more for the town of Wellington. This reflects the camaraderie and teamwork that happens at the town of Wellington. Last, but certainly not least, is Caitlin Morris. In her very first year as our community and business liaison, she orchestrated an amazing 4th of July event. She handled weather challenges and last-minute changes that inevitably happen at any type of event like that. She handled it like a champion, and our signature event was another one to go down in the books as a success for Wellington. To wrap up my report, I'm thankful to the trustees as they have provided a vision for Wellington to be a great place to live and to work. And I'm incredibly proud and thankful for all of the staff members that represent Wellington every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Garcia, for sharing those accomplishments and milestones. Sharing that in a public meeting is very meaningful and is important to recognize those accomplishments because it builds a positive culture for our staff. So thank you. Not seeing that there are any additional staff communications or staff reports, we'll move on to board reports. We'll start with this side, trustee Teets.
Yes, I just have one, and this will be stemming from probably I'm feeling like a month or more than a month's investigation of some concerns and allegations that were emailed to all of us as trustees on July 17th. There were a lot of concerns brought up from one of our now resigned finance committee members. We, not even a few hours later after we received that resignation, also received the resignation of another finance committee member. So I will be looking into things that were addressed in the email that went out to us and addressing issues, but also making sure to note that if there is things that are being shared around that are not accurate, that I'll address those as well. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Trustee Meagan.
Yes, the Larimer County Behavioral Health Committee was invited to the Community Justice Alternative. And we got to tour that, and that's kind of a halfway house from what I'm looking, from a halfway house to jail. And very interesting. The county is doing a phenomenal job trying to bring people back into the mainstream. And I know it's an uphill battle with all the drugs. It seemed like most of the people that were there were battling drug addiction. And, you know, it was kind of interesting. I asked one of them, what's their biggest drawback? And they said, well, probably the first thing when you get out to a bus stop or anyplace else, you can get drugs in a heartbeat. So, I mean, it's a shame it's that bad. And these people, I mean, if they can overcome this and overcome all the obstacles, it's amazing. So I think the county's doing a good job. They're trying to put our money to good use, and it was a great tour. Thank you.
Trustee Gator.
Nothing at this time.
Trustee Mason. Any other trustee reports submitted for consideration this evening? Okay, thank you so much. All right, seeing no further business, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Teets,
Yes.
trustee Gator,
Yes.
trustee Mason,
Yes.
trustee Wiegand,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem McDonald.
Yes.
Thank you. The vote is 5-4-0 against.
Okay, now adjourn the meeting at 6:44 PM. Thank you.
August 1st, National Night Out.
Yeah, oh.
Sorry, I forgot about
You just
that.
said that. I'm sorry, I did not add that to my list. But yes,
Sorry.
National Night Out on August 1st.
Oh,
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. Patty just sent that today.
Not today, and it'll be out through social media and stuff as well.
and I'll be